Welcome back, lifers. It's your fam, Natalie
and Nicole.
And today is Free for All Friday.
Free for All Friday.
How y'all doing?
Let me scoot over.
Hey. How y'all doing? How's your week been?
Oh, you asking me?
No, I'm just asking them. How you doing? How your week been? Today's Free for All Friday. We got a topic for you. A question that's going to lead into a discussion. During a recent interview, so many red flags, but was having a discussion with another person about said interview, and they was like asking me like, what red flags did you notice? So I told them some, and it was basically the same ones that they noticed. Like, for one, chewing gum. When I say chewing gum, y'all, I mean, I was like, this whole time during the interview, I just wanted to be like, here's a paper towel, go and spit your gum out.
Spit it out.
But yeah, that was one of them. And another one was the, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You feel me? And I was like, no, I don't feel you. No, I don't know what you mean. And no, I don't know what you're saying. This is why I'm asking you questions. So, the other ones, it wasn't, whatever, long nails. And I was like, okay. But that was it for me, you know. Besides, like, trying to, you could tell they lied, because it was just a lot going on in that interview. And so, the other person said, well, it was one more. And I was like, well, what? Because, like, I can spot red flags. You know, I think I've done enough interviews where I can spot red flags. But I'm doing this. I was with them because I want to sharpen my skills at selecting the best candidate for not only that can fit the culture of my store. And so I just want to get, some insight from tenured people, people who've done plenty of interviews, and, you know, just see the different interview styles. Anyways, so they told me their hair, and I was like, their hair. The young lady had her hair in some knotless braids, beautiful knotless braids, y'all, beautiful. The edges laid to the gods. And so I was just sitting there, and I was like, well, what about the braids? Did you see the hairstyle? I was like, yes, I did. It's an ethnic hairstyle. And so that's when I told Nicole. I was like, girl, let me tell you. Nicole's like, well, I wonder how many times they have turned other people away because of their natural hairstyles. And it's true, because you do know it's this big stigma on us rocking our natural hair. We can't wear our hair in braids. We can't wear our hair in locks. We can't wear our hair in puffs. We can't wear our hair in twists. We are expected to have this nice, flowing, silky hair at all times, especially for a job interview. And I'm like, well, that's not realistic, because are you hiring me, or are you hiring my looks? You know, are you hiring me because of my qualities, because I am qualified, or are you hiring me because of you want me to look a certain way to fit whatever agenda you have going on or whatever? But that just really bothered me, because when I went to my interview for this company, I had poof. I was natural. I had my poof ball, and it's high. It's a big poof ball. My hair is long, so I had to tie it with the shoestring. I remember how exactly I had my hair. It's just the poof ball. I don't know how to lay edges. Not at all.
I don't either, and I don't care.
I don't know how to lay edges.
I'm jealous of all y'all that do.
Okay, Chelsea be laying her edges too. I'm thinking looking good.
Because Ego Salad Gel don't work for these 4C edges.
No, I don't know how to lay my edges.
4C, the Ego Salad Gel, that runs.
Okay. I don't know, but I remember I actually remember the manager actually complimented. She's like, oh my God, your hair is so beautiful. And I was like, yeah, it's bigger than this once it comes out this pineapple. That's why I had my hair in that high pineapple. It was so high, y'all. When I used to wear my hat to work, it used to just sit on top of the hair. And so it just really bothered me that he was so offended by this young lady's hairstyle, where I've seen people with blue, purple, orange, pink, green hair. And because she had braids in her hair, it was an issue.
I personally, I know this is not the views of the company. First of all,
Yeah.
it's just one person. It's not the views of the company. But I've never experienced that. I don't think that I've only worked 3 jobs my entire life. My 34 years.
Yeah, I've never experienced it either.
I've never experienced anything about my hair. Like Nelly said, customers totally different, and that's a whole different conversation.
Man.
But workers like, I remember when I first got locks and I combed them out because they were too big, I think. And I came back in, and I mean, my poof was like, whoo, like it was big. And they was like, oh my gosh, I love your hair. And I did have a worker try to touch, like, whoa, baby,
okay,
don't do that. But I've always had a nice amount of hair, so whether we're natural, whether it's straight, whatever, it's thick. It's thick. It's a nice length. So I never really experienced that. Now, instead of me experiencing that, as far as coming to race, what I have experienced, and I talked about this last week to a coworker, is I've experienced the stigma that black women, we are the angry black women. Like that's the stigma, that we're angry black women when we have to follow the procedures, when we are strict on the procedures, when the company said this is how it should be done, so this is the way it needs to get done,
right?
And when we implement those procedures, we're seen as being aggressive. Yeah, and I'm like, no, I'm not aggressive. I'm doing the job that this company hired me to do.
Right.
Now, if they felt like I wasn't qualified to do this job, then they wouldn't have hired me to do it. And because you decide to be lax in letting your employees not follow procedure, when I step in and be like, hey, okay, well, I understand that this is what so-and-so said, but this is the procedure. So if somebody comes in from corporate and they see that we aren't following procedure, I don't want to get in trouble, and I don't want you to get in trouble as well.
Right.
I had, when I first started with the place I'm at now, at the store I'm at now, I had someone tell the people that they never knew me, never met me, never seen me, that, oh, well, yeah, she has a strong personality. That's another thing, strong personality. She's black and white. So you already put that pre-notion in their head that I'm this, I'm that, without giving them the opportunity to find it for themselves. So that's what I have noticed is, and then it also comes with being for some reason, the bigger you are, the meaner you are, I guess.
Right.
I'm just fat. I'm not mean.
Fluffy.
I'm not mean at all. Now, I will say that I have no problem voicing my opinions. I have no problem speaking up for myself. I have no problem being my authentic self. But I'm not mean, And like I said, the whole stigma is because you're big, you're mean. I'm like, that is far from the truth.
It's like because you're big, you're so basically what you're telling me, you're intimidated by my size.
That's exactly
You're
what it
intimidated by my race. You're intimidated because I'm not gonna let someone walk over me. And like Nicole said, I can follow the policies and still
have a good time.
Without being a butthole, basically. I don't have to be aggressive. I'm not aggressive. Now, if I'm talking to you, let me tell you something though. If I'm talking to you and we're very serious, I'm going to make sure that I am talking with cadence and I'm enunciating every word and letter, syllable. Okay, I am. And then when I do that, when I'm sitting here and I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and you're like, whoa, you don't even say it to me. You're rather tell it to someone else, and it's like, oh, well, you weren't approachable. Well, how do you know? You never approached me with said issue. You didn't even give me a chance. You just automatically went to someone else to vent about me. Like I tell people, the best way to handle any issues with me is to actually come to me. No one else can handle any issues with me unless they're me. I don't know if something has offended you, because that's never my intent. But if I'm coming to you and because of our conversation because you may be like, I notice that sometimes the people, when they have a conversation, they might not like confrontation. So to avoid confrontation in a conversation, they become the joking person. No, if what I'm saying to you is serious, then I'm going to be serious. There's no need to joke about it. Yeah. I'm being very serious. Like if I tell you like, hey, look, one of the employees does not like how you talk to them. Oh, it isn't. No, there is no ha. If I tell you like, hey, I noticed that this is happening right here with so and so. Can you please have a conversation with them? Because I've had a conversation with this person, and it seems like that they're not wanting to actually listen to what I have to say. It's like it's a roadblock. So can you have a conversation? And then you're like, yeah, they'll have a conversation. Okay, can I sit in on the conversation? Sure, you sit in on the conversation, and they're like, to ease into the conversation instead of like seriously being black and white and tell them like, look, this is what happened. We need to figure out why this happened so this doesn't happen again. You want to sit there and joke, and it makes it seem like it's like, damn, are you their higher up? Are you leading them, or are you just letting them be followers? Basically, I'm so serious. Like if I can't come to you and I can't have a conversation with you without you deeming that I am aggressive, because I've heard it before. Yeah. Sometimes not what you say is how you say it, and some you don't even say it. And sometimes it is, but sometimes you don't even say it in the wrong way. And it's just like, you're not yelling at them. I don't yell. I can talk louder if I need to, but most I'm talking to you just like this. And even when I'm talking to you just like this, it's like you still do not understand it, and I don't get it. You want me to be loud. You want me to go ahead and be that stigma. You want me to go down to your level. You want me to be exactly what you deemed us to be. So you can tell other people. Exactly.
Like, oh
see, I told you she was like that. I told you she was like that. No, I'm not. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction to even bring that up out of me. I will walk away from you before I even allow that to happen. We can bookshelf this, we can bookmark this, we'll come back to it when you have some common sense.
I told you, what I do is when I notice that things are getting to be like that, especially with a customer, because I don't do it with employees. If I have to have a conversation with an employee, I do not leave that office until the conflict is resolved.
Yes.
But with a customer, I will thank you to death, because
I'm
not stooping to your level at
all.
No,
absolutely.
I actually like my job. I love my pay, and I'm not going to jeopardize that for 1 second for me coming on his. Now, if you put your hands on me, baby, that's a whole different story.
I have every right to defend myself.
Every right. But other than that,
I'm not tripping. Okay.
Other than that, I am very approachable. Like I said, you are intimidated by my weight. At the moment, there's nothing I can do I can't snap my fingers and my weight's gone, and then you see someone who's 5'3", 125 pounds. No, you're gonna get all of this weight that I got to give. But I'm nice. I'm just fat. I don't know what to tell you. I'm fat. So, but I will tell you, like, that's the same way with Johan. One, he's a male. He's a black male. He's tall and he's big. All right. So when somebody see him, I can't say, whoa, big fella, that's a big fella there.
Oh my God.
And he is.
That is so disrespectful to me.
It really is. I hate that. Hey, big mama. Oh, I got to cuss. I really was. But okay. I really was. I'm like, that is not cute. Like, it's not a compliment.
It's offensive. It's really offensive.
It's not a compliment. It's like I can call you, hey, Snaggletooth. And I'm. What if I said, hey, crippled? I mean, for real. Like, what if I did say that? Okay. Then how would you feel? Like, it's not a compliment. It's really offensive. But anyway, people be like, oh, hey, that's you're a big fella right there. And then, and I tell when it comes to my husband and me, you ain't gotta worry about him. As tall as he is, as big as he is, you need to be worried about me. Okay. Because, and I'm the small one out of both of us. You need to be worried about me, because Johan is the type that's going to. He's going to avoid the confrontation. Jody likes to analyze and all that stuff. And, kudos to you, babe. I want to be like you one day, hopefully, possibly. Not right now. But me, I'm going to jump to his defense each and every time. Right. So, while you're over there looking at him thinking, oh, Lord, he about to blow up.
Coming from the side.
Right. You need to be worried about the right.
Okay. Yeah.
Because he don't, and it's not that he can't take up for himself, but I know that stigma that he's trying not to be, because he's been that for so freaking long. being the, somebody upsets him and he becomes an angry black man. Now you got my husband on the ground, he can't breathe. I refuse to have that happen to him. Mm-hmm. So what happens? Like Natalie said, I come from the sideline and I'll handle whatever needs to be handled. Like, for real. But I'm also learning to walk away because people nowadays do not believe in talking to resolve conflicts. Yep. They believe in pew pew and that's it. Like, I was reading the news, y'all, I think last night, and I read like 4 shootings in Greensboro. Yes. South Holden.
I seen that.
I'm like, what is going on? A dude got killed on, was it, I think it was.
She said somebody got, I wasn't in Greensboro, I was in Winston-Salem.
The little boy, 17 years old, got shot in the head.
Yep.
People don't believe in talking to resolve conflict.
Nope.
But,
out.
Okay. But in the workplace, like I said, I believe that, when it comes to me, and this is just, what I've seen. It's, I'm black, I'm a female, and I'm big. That's it. And I'm not a yes. I'm not a yes woman. Yes. I really believe in, if, like Michelle asked me, my DM, she asked me, no, Jeremy asked me, if you see your manager doing something wrong, are you afraid to say anything? Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. I have no problem correcting, because my manager, if she has to correct me on doing a procedure, cool. It's always a learning process. Mm-hmm. That's what I tell people with this company I'm with now. I never stopped learning. I've been with this company for 6 years and I still am figuring stuff out.
8 years, y'all. Almost 8 years. Okay, you ain't never lied.
I'm still figuring stuff. I'm never upset when they be like,
is forever changing. Yes. We are evolving.
When they be like, and I said, I tell one person, well, this how you do it. Actually, I looked that up and that's not how we do it. I'm like, dang, when did it change? Show me.
But did you know that the burger buns, you must have flat like that?
Nope, did I know?
Instead of up. Nope, I looked at it on Bob.
Didn't you know that? Didn't you know that till last week? Well, now I just found that out. Once again, 6 years. I have no problem taking constructive criticism. I have no problem. If you know I'm doing something wrong, I would rather for you to tell me instead of being like, oh well, Nikki's gonna get mad, because they call me Nikki at work. Nikki's gonna get mad. I cannot stand that. And then I also can't stand, and I know this is totally off topic, because it's talking about racism in the workplace. Well, in one thing,
just a stigma in general.
Yeah. But what I cannot stand is if I was focused on a task. I think I was doing.
I know what you about to say.
Okay, and I was focused on a task. Mm-hmm. Nikki, you okay?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm good. I was like, what's up? What's going on?
Be quiet, Nikki.
I was like,
you're not talking.
I was like, I am doing. And then another coworker said, I think she just focused on the task, because I was seriously, I was like trying to get this thing working. I was like, and I'm looking at the strip and I'm like, what is going on? And then realized that they didn't have any in there. Well, it was something there, but
cold water in there. That was mine. I missed some cold water.
So I was like, what is going on? And I'm doing it, and I'm really focused. And I was standing over there by the sink, and I'm just like, okay, Nicole, you done did this, you done did that, you done did that. What else can you do? What are you not doing right? But this is not working. And that's when they was all in the office laughing. They came into the office and Suzanne asked me, Nikki, you okay? I was like, yeah, what was that? Oh, you just quiet. I just want to make sure everything's okay. I was like, baby, I'm working. Like, I don't.
Okay.
And then that's when, like I said, another coworker told her, I was like, no, just because I'm quiet does not mean I'm upset. Baby, I'm focused. Go ahead. When I got a task to do, baby, I am focused.
Right.
Like, when I'm upset, that's it. If you ever want to know if I'm upset, baby, if you have said something to me and have pissed me off,
I'm humming something. It ain't gotta be a song.
It don't have to be a song.
It don't even have to make sense. It makes sense in my head, though.
I mean, the words I'm saying in my humming is cussing you out, but I'm humming it instead. And I'm humming it with a smile. And sometimes I may be like,
okay, yes.
Because I have to get it out.
I'm humming, though.
Because I know that the words that I want to say, I can't say because it's unprofessional. We don't ever want to be that. So I will hum it. I will clean something. But then again, can't do that, because sometimes when I'm noticing, like, if I'm walking around and I notice one thing, okay, that's dirty. And I know there's 3 other things. I'm like, oh, okay, time to break out a list. Okay, you gotta do that, you gotta do that, you gotta do that because this is nasty. But that's the stigma that
I feel you on that though. I feel that when you're quiet. Because let me tell you, I can have fun at work, but I know like when it's time to get like when we have our rush, all hands on deck. When we're on that, I know like. Especially like when you're messing up on stuff, because I realize you're not focused, you're too worried about having this conversation. I get quiet, and me getting quiet is gonna make everybody else get quiet because now the flow has been disrupted because you keep messing up. I need for this flow to get back on the track. So, like Nicole said, I will get quiet and I will get so focused. When I'm busy, I am focused. I want to make sure my goal is to get them in, get them out, get them in, get them out, fast, accurately. Okay. Fast and accurately. I'm focused right now. I'm focused, but I have to-do lists to do. I really, and like Nicole said, when I see one thing, okay, cool. And I see other thing, I'm like, God, leave.
Yes.
So now
I can't leave into that one thing.
Right.
Things
So I'm not gonna say excuse me for being focused. Just why don't you be focused as well?
Yeah.
I don't need to talk all the time, y'all. My goodness, let me tell you.
Now I will say this: when like you said, doing AHOD or whatever, all hands on deck. If I have someone with me that isn't normally with me,
you'll talk to them.
Yes, because we as employers have got to start seeing the signs of our people being overworked and overwhelmed. We have got to start seeing the signs because they will end up leaving, okay, and will never come back. And now you are understaffed, so you got to start seeing the signs. And it isn't always you moving them, because let me tell you, moving them from that place where they are struggling and putting them somewhere easy because you don't want to deal with the hard work that you're having to do because they are in a place where they're struggling does not help them.
That's right.
Not at all. Because
when you're not there and they're struggling, they're in that hard place, then what are they going to do?
And then when they want to advance. And then they don't know how to do this right there.
When you're training someone, you gotta make sure you give them positive reinforcements. That's very important because I had a young lady. I always ask them, after they come from training. Oh my God! So what's the place that you like to be? What's the place you hate? No, they say MTO, and I'm like, okay, let's go in the kitchen. Let's go in the kitchen. Me too. And then why? I was like, because pressure builds diamonds. I said, I'm gonna be there with you because I have to realize when they go to training is training them about 40%. They get most of the stuff. It's giving them just the basic knowledge when they go to their home store. Like, hey, you know how to do this. You know how to wrap. You know what I'm saying? They're giving them the basic knowledge, but it's up to your team, and they're supposed to be a part of your family. It's up to your team. And what Michelle has shared with taking care of your people, it says, do you want to spend 40 hours with this person? Okay. And so they're going to be at your store. So you have to train them. You can't, like I tell people, you can't. I was like, where to go? You can't train a personality. I can train you for the job, though. I can train you for the job. I can give you necessary skills. So either you have the personality that will match the culture in my store, or you don't. Plain and simple. That's just it. It's easy to train someone. We can train you to do the job. We can train you for real to do the job. But like she said, I always say like the first 2-3 months I work with someone, that's not the real them. You know, they still getting a feel of the store, a feel of the people. Like, is this person? I've asked this person for help. Do they sound annoyed? Like for Saturday, I had a young lady in the kitchen. She was messing up. She's like, I keep messing up. I said, okay. You're new. I said, you're never in the kitchen. I said, because you love being up front, girl. You never in the kitchen. I was like, but we gonna get it. We gonna get it together. I said, don't worry about it. And so then she was getting some stuff together. And then I was like, can you go get the toss pan? She was like, okay. She come back with a pan that we put the steak in and the green lid. And I was like, do you think that? I said, do that lid fit there, girl? Now come on. She said, I didn't see it. So I went back there and I said, there. She said, girl, I didn't look at it. I said, I know you did. I know you did, but I gave her a lot of positive reinforcements. I made it very entertaining for her, and then, like I said, now I said at a certain time I had to go up to the front because Rose was leaving because she had to leave, and I didn't have no one else. And so I said, "But you're doing a great job." She was like, "But I just keep messing up." I said, "Yeah, but you gotta remember, you're not ever in here. You're gonna mess up." I said, "But watch, I guarantee you." You are going to get better. I said, but you got to believe in yourself. I said, just make sure you're looking at the screens, double check it, triple check. And I said, no, and work off tickets. Okay. But like, you know, because I was new at one time when I first worked. Oh Lord,
Okay.
I was about to slip it on
I
up.
know.
When I first worked for the company that employs me now, for the first 3 months, I was quiet, and what made me say something was I went inside the freezer, and I was quiet. So the person who was training me, she was like, "No, Steven trained me," because that's when the PDS program first rolled out. I was doing pulls, and her name was Jen, and Jen was like, "Do you not understand what I'm saying?" I was like, "Who?"
Who you talking to?
I was like, I ain't saying. I just gave her this look. I was like, she was like, "Hello," and I was like, and so she was like, "Go pull this," and I didn't know where it's at. So I was ended up looking because I don't look forward before I go ask for help. Okay,
Yes, my
I'm
pride.
gonna look forward, and I did not see it where she told me it was at, and so I looked everywhere, and I was like, "Well, I don't know how it looks, so I'm just gonna look." I don't want to say it was crack fish. It was fish. You know we sell fish.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Okay, I don't see it." And so she was like, I came out and I was like, I don't, and that's all I got out. She's like, "I told you where it was at." I was like, "Okay, you go get it.
Okay.
You go get it yourself then, because I don't see it." So then she went in there and she was like, "Oh, we're out of it." I was like, "And you're sorry. And you're sorry." So then I went back in there.
And I
to
don't
get-
accept it.
Okay, I went back in there to get something, and Tiffany thought it was so funny to cut the
remember
light
her.
off in the freezer. She thought it was so funny to cut the light off. Them walkies that you got, they don't work in there.
I know.
They don't work in there. She thought it was
Well,
so
my mom works in there. Never mind.
funny.
Never mind.
She thought it was so freaking funny. My phone then didn't work. My T-Mobile worked,
Okay.
but my phone then, the cricketo, cricketo did not work at all. So she thought it was so funny to cut the light off and to put something in the door so I couldn't get out.
Oh, she should
Y'all.
have got fired for that.
I was shaking the door, and I was like, I'm sitting on there now because I'm like, okay. Once that light went out, I was like, oh hell no!
Okay.
I was
should
like,
have
oh hell no! So then I'm looking, I'm trying to get out, and then you know I'm bumping because it's dark. I'm bumping into things because I don't know that freezer, and so I done fell into you know it's like this. I done fell into the door, and I pushed it, and it did open. I was like, okay. So then I'm like, hey, somebody help me, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die in here. Dang. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die in here. So anyways, I get out, y'all. Somebody, I think it was Tony, opened the door. And I went, I was like, who did it? And so Courtney's like, it was Tiffany. I went up to Tiffany. I said, girl, I will. And they was like, oh, you speak. I was like, I do. You're not going to take advantage of me. But I'm telling you, I will do my job. I will do my job. But you're not going to take advantage of me. I'm not stupid. I'm not slow. I'm not none of that. I'm not incompetent. I can do my job. I
can move. I don't think that this weight on me
Baby.
stops me.
Ask my mama. When we be going stuff, I remember mom was like, why you always leaving us? We got things to do.
I can
Places
move.
to go. People to see.
They trip me out at work. That me
Hey,
and they
Tim,
be like,
you
we the
move
biggest
quick.
people, and we be moving.
That's how I always say. I always
around
tell people,
people.
I'm like, how am I fatter than you and you move small? I mean, you move so slow. I'm fatter than you. I'm fat. I mean, this is called FAT. I'm fat. And you're
love it.
small and you move so slow. I'm like, dang, it takes you 5 minutes. Like you move, you
like a sloth.
like this.
Like a
Yes,
sloth.
like a sloth. Dang.
I want to see a sloth. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed this video. If y'all have anything to add to this discussion, please let us know in the comments. We would love to hear it. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit your notification bell
Yes.
so you can be notified when your favorite twins drop a new video. Girl, and you know, I was also saying Nicole and Natalie, but you're right.
You better say something.
No, I was. We hope y'all will join us for the next Motivational Monday. We hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend. It's supposed to be nice here.
Yes.
I don't know what we're gonna do. We need to have some type of family time.
Sunday is Family and Friends Day.
At church.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Seriously.
And it's 2 services. So, okay. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all for Motivational Monday.
Have a great weekend. Peace.